Alright guys, today we're going to do word problems with decimals. We've done word problems before, we've multiplied decimals, so we're just kind of combining everything into one type of math problem. Hopefully you already have these glued in. If you don't, raise your hand and ask the sub to pause the video. And then once everyone's good, we'll click play and we'll get going. If that's already done, we're going to keep moving forward. You have 4 problems that we're going to do together. At some point I'll probably tell the sub to click pause and then let you guys try one on your own, or maybe even just talk about it at your table what your game plan is, and then we can click play and you can catch up with me and see if you solved it correctly. One thing I will say is that they are a little tricky only because it forces you to go slow and take your time and read carefully. That is the only reason it's difficult. It is not extremely difficult math. It is not extremely difficult words in the word problems. It's all about going slow. So if you can keep yourself focused and take your time with it, you're not going to have too much of a problem with these. Okay? If you have problems with the homework tonight and it's really difficult for you, I expect you to at least go through and show as much work as you can, get as far as you can in each problem. And then if you still need help, bring it Monday or Wednesday morning, and we will work first thing Wednesday morning on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pretend as if I'm sitting right in front of you doing these. So I'm going to say and expect you to do what I ask you to do. If you're not, I'm going to ask the sub to pause the video and make sure that you are doing what you should be. So we know that when we read word problems together, we put our finger on your chin, and we wait for Miss Laka to say ready, begin, and we read the problem aloud together without stopping. Then we're going to go back through, we're going to read it again and pull out the information that we need to know. Right? Step 2 would be to figure out what is the question asking. Then we're going to figure out what our label or our answer would be as far as, is it talking about money, is it talking about apples, is it talking about pie, whatever it may be. We got to figure out our label. Okay? All of these are going to be multiplication, and I'll point out why as we go through the problems that they're multiplication, but they will all be multiplication because that is what we are focusing on right now. All right, first question. Hopefully you're looking at the one that says Josh spends. So if you don't have that one in front of you, you're looking at the other page, make sure you're looking at the word problem that starts off with Josh spends. All right, we're going to read it together one time through, and then we'll go back and start solving it. So fingers on your chin. Everybody's fingers on their chin. Ready, begin. Josh spends $5.89 at the store. Noah spends 6 times as much as Josh. David spends $9.76 more than Noah. How much does David spend? So, there's a lot going on in this problem. Do you agree? I do. So, we have, how many people do we have in this word problem? Hopefully you said 3. We have Josh, right? We have Noah, and we have David, right? We have 3 different people. Okay, so let's look at what information we know, because that's step 1. We know that Josh is going to spend $5.89, right? We know Noah is spending 6 times as much as Josh. Noah is 6 times as much as Josh. Okay? And we know that David is spending $9.76 more than Noah. Okay, so those are the things we know. And we can kind of jot them down in, like, we have 3 people, so maybe we break up part of this into 3 spaces. So we have Josh, we have Noah, and we have David. Right? Okay. We know that Josh, right off the bat, it tells us Josh spends $5.89. Remember, if I'm writing it, you write it. Okay, whatever I'm writing, you should be writing. So we know Josh spends $5.89. Then it says Noah spends 6 times as much as Josh. Well, Noah would be whatever Josh's price is, which we know his is $5.89, right? So $5.89. But it's 6 times as much. So we would multiply, hopefully you're saying multiply, by what? If it's 6 times as much, we multiply by, hopefully you are saying 6. Okay, I'm not going to solve that yet because remember, we're still on step 1 of gathering information. Now we're going to go to David. David spends $9.76 more than Noah. So we're going to have whatever Noah spends. So I'm just going to put the decimal point, right? Because we're dealing with money, and to add, right, we have to line up our decimal snowman. David's going to spend $9.76 more than Noah. So whatever we get down here for Noah's price is going to go up here into David's columns, because we have to add whatever Noah did plus David's to figure out, or plus the 976 to figure out what David spent total. Okay, so we have our information laid out nice and pretty. Now it's asking us what's the question asking? It's asking, how much does David spend? So who are we trying to solve for? Hopefully you said David. If you need to take a second to get out your highlighter, because you're seeing me use one, and I'm sure that's throwing all of you into you wanting to use yours, go ahead and do that. I'll wait a couple seconds. Okay, so we have everybody's information. We figured out that we're trying to figure out David's total. So whatever I get right here, that's going to be my answer, right? And what are my units going to be? What are we figuring out? Are we trying to figure out how much apples, oranges, money? Hopefully you're saying money. So my answer is going to be something with a dollar sign, right? All right. Do we have to do any work for Josh? Hopefully you're saying no. We know Josh spent $5.89. That's a given. Noah spent 6 times as much as Josh. So again, we took Josh's price that he spent, and we're multiplying it by 6 because it's 6 times the amount. So 9 times 6 is, hopefully you're saying 54. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 5 is, hopefully you're saying 53. Okay? Remember, you don't bring our decimal down because it's not adding decimals. We'll jump that at the end. And then 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 5 is 35. Now, to find where our decimal goes, remember, we jump it. We jumped 1, 2 times in the problem. So in the answer, we're going to jump 1, 2. So Noah spent a total of $35.34. Okay? But is that our final answer? No, it's not, because we want to find out what David spent. So again, we're taking what Noah made, or spent. He didn't make anything. He spent money. And we're going to put it up here because we got to take whatever Noah made and add $9.76 to it. We're adding because it says more, right? If it said less, we would do what? Subtract. All right, so we're going to write 34. Remember, we got to line up our decimals. So 34, or nope, see, I made a mistake. 35, 34. Okay, plus the $9.76. See, I almost made a mistake just because I was trying to do too much at once. All right, so 4 plus 6 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. 5 plus 9 plus 1 is 15. And then 3 plus 1 is 4, right? So, do we have a final answer now? Hopefully you're saying yes. Because this, we were trying to figure out this area, right? And we did. We know that David spent how much? $45.10. So that is our answer. Okay? Now, if you have a question about what happened in anywhere of that, please raise your hand and we'll pause the video, and hopefully we'll get those questions answered, and then we can click play. If you can't figure out how to get the answer, just put a little question mark by it, and we'll take care of it tomorrow morning when I get in. Okay? All right. We're going to go on to Leo, the one that says Leo spends. So, fingers on your chin. We're going to read it together. Finger on your chin. Ready, begin. Leo spends $24.98 on groceries. Scarlett spends 3 times as much as Leo. Shelby spends $9.40 less than Scarlett. How much did Shelby spend on groceries? Okay, so we've read it. Now we've got to figure out a game plan. Okay, step 1 says we got to gather our information. What do we know? Well, it didn't have a dollar sign, but it is talking about money. So we know Leo. How many people do we have on this one? Do we still have 3? Leo, Scarlett, and Shelby. So yeah, we still have 3 people. Leo's spending $24.98 on groceries. Scarlett is spending 3 times that much. So Leo spent $24.98. Scarlett spent 3 times as much as Leo. And then Shelby spent $9.40 less than Scarlett. Okay, so I liked having it laid out in that little chart, so I'm going to do that again. If you have a different way you want to organize your information, that's fine, but you have to show work. Absolutely. So we have Leo. Oh, no. Yeah, Leo. I was thinking I was on the wrong problem. Scarlett. And Shelby. Okay. Now, we know Leo spent $24.98. He's taken care of. Scarlett's column, we know Scarlett spent 3 times as much as who? Leo. So what do you think we're going to do? Talk with your table. No need to pause, but talk with your table real quick and think about what we're going to write in Scarlett's column. Hopefully you're talking with your table. All right, come back to me in 3, 2, 1. All right. Scarlett, hopefully you said that we're going to take Leo's price of groceries and we are going to multiply, because times, right, by 3. Okay, Scarlett has 3 times as much as Leo, so here's Leo, and we're doing 3 times as much as that. Again, we're not going to solve yet. We got to finish gathering our information. All right, so we got a game plan for Scarlett. Now let's figure out Shelby. Shelby spent $9.40 less than Scarlett. Now, this is where people are going to make mistakes, because you're going to want to write $9.40 minus whatever Scarlett is. But that's not the way we do it. We have to take something from somebody, right? We can't have $9.40 and then take away what Scarlett had, right? We have to start with what Scarlett had. So we're going to put Scarlett's price at top, right? Whatever we get down here, we're going to put Scarlett's price up here. We'll do our decimal snowman again, because we're subtracting, because it's less, right? So we'll do a decimal snowman, and whatever Scarlett's answer is going to be, whatever she spends on groceries, we're going to put up at the top of Shelby. And then how much less did Shelby spend? $9.40. Okay, so whatever we get up there, or down here, we're going to put up here, and then subtract $9.40. Okay? Step 2. What is the question asking? You can use your highlighter again. Question's asking, how much did Shelby spend on groceries? So which column are we focusing on? Leo, Scarlett, or Shelby? Hopefully you're all saying Shelby. So again, we're going to try and get to the answer down here. And whatever we get here is going to be our answer. Our units have not changed from the first one. We're still doing dollars, right? Money. So again, we'll have an answer in money form. All right. We know it's multiplication. Now it's time to solve it. So we don't have to do anything to Leo. Scarlett, we're just going to take the $24.98 that Leo spent, and we're going to do 3 times that amount, because that's what it said to do in the problem up here. So 3 times 8 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 2 is 29. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. No decimal yet. Do that at the end because we're multiplying. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Okay, now we can take care of our decimal. We had 1, 2 in the answer, or in the problem. I keep saying answer first. So in the see, I did it again. In the answer, we're going to jump twice also. So $74.94. She bought a lot of groceries, didn't she? All right. She must have a big family. All right, Shelby's going to spend probably a lot also, but maybe she didn't buy as many Takis or Flaming Hot Cheetos as Scarlett did. So we decided we're going to take the $74.94 and take it up to the top for Shelby, because for Shelby, she's spending $9.40 less than whatever Scarlett spent. So Scarlett spent the $74.94, and Shelby's spending $9.40 less than what Scarlett did. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense why we put the $74.94 up here, please raise your hand and press pause, and hopefully we can get that cleared up for you. Okay? If it's not making sense even after some assistance, we will talk about it again tomorrow. All right, so now we just subtract. 4 minus 0, 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. Can we take 9 from 4? Hopefully you're saying no, so this becomes a 6. This becomes a 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. And 6 minus 0 is 6. So how much did Shelby spend on her groceries? $65.54. Okay? Alright, we're going to do one more together, and then you're going to try the last one on your own, and we'll have the sub pause it, and then we will press play and make sure you followed the right steps. Okay, so let's go over to where it says it costs $6.15. Alright, fingers on your chin. Everybody got their finger on their chin? Alright, here we go. Ready, begin. It costs $6.15 to rent a kayak for 1 hour at local state park. Excuse me. The price per hour stays the same for up to 5 hours. After 5 hours, the price is decreased to $3.75 for the remaining hours. How much would it cost to rent a kayak for 8 hours? All right. We have some things to figure out. So first we just got to figure out what information they gave us. So first they tell us it's $6.15 to rent a kayak for 1 hour. Okay. The price per hour stays the same for up to 5 hours. So I'm just going to make a note here. It is $6.15 for 1 to 5 hours, right? So you're there for 1 hour, $6.50, 2 hours, it's double that, 3 hours, 3 times that. But up to 5 hours, it's that price. Okay? Then it says after 5 hours, so that's hours 6 through infinity, right? That's an infinity kind of symbol. For that, it's going to be, it's decreased, so it got less, to $3.75 per hour. Okay? So it's not just $3.75 and that's it, but for every hour after 5 hours, it's not the $6.15 anymore, it's just $3.75. So if you kayak for a long time, if it's a nice day out and you want to stay out for a long time, you get a little bit of a break if you stay out for that long. Okay? And that's all the information they gave us. Now, what is the question asking? Get your highlighter. The question is asking, how much would it cost to rent the kayak for 8 hours? 8 hours. So we got to use both numbers, right? Because this only got us to 5 hours. Okay? So we need to figure out how much would it cost for 8 hours. Well, first let's figure out how much it would cost, because we got to get to 5, right? We have to use 5 hours at this price, right? Because we aren't at 8 yet. If we max out on that, it's just 5. So we'll do the $6.15 times what? Hopefully you're saying 5. It's not 8 because some of those hours are going to be at this price, right? This is only for hours 1 through 5. We're going over 5 hours, so only 5 of those are going to be at this price. The rest will be at this price. Okay, so we've got that. How many hours would be at $3.75? If we used 5 out over here, how many hours would be at $3.75? Hopefully you're saying 3, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours there, right? But we need to get to a total of 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many hours at this price? 3. So we have $3.75 times 3, because we have 3 of them at that price. Now before we move on and start solving things, hopefully you're not solving things, stop if you are, because you're going to just circle one of the answers and forget to do the rest. What should we do with the 2 answers we get after we multiply? Because there's only one answer in this problem, but we're going to have 2 numbers here. Talk with your table for a second. No need to pause, but talk with your table for a second and figure out what you think you're going to do with those 2 answers. and explain why we would do that. All right, if you need more time, raise your hand and the sub will click pause. If you're ready to go, thumbs up, sitting quietly. Back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're quiet. All right. Hopefully you said you're going to add these two, right? Because this would give us the total price for the 8 hours. We have 5 hours here and 3 hours here. Together that makes a total of 8 hours, right? So when we get those two numbers, we're going to press, or we're not going to press anything. We're going to add them together to get our total price. Okay? So let's multiply this. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. And 5 times 6 is 30. We are going to jump that decimal in our answer 1, 2 times, 1, 2 times. And I'm just going to go ahead and write it up here right now while I have it. Okay, so that came from over here. Boop. Now I got to tackle this one. 3 times 5 is 15. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 1 is 22. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2, 9, 10, 11. Okay, again, jump our decimal. We have 1, 2 here. 1, 2 in our answer. So decimal lines lined up for adding, right? Because we're going to add these together. So we have $11 under the $30 and then 25 cents under the 75 cents. All right, now we add them together and we'll figure out how much it costs for 8 hours of kayaking. Which is a long day of kayaking, but also very fun. 5 plus 5 is 10. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Sorry, I brain fart for a second. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 3 plus 1 is 4. And what are we labeling this as? Is it 42.00 kayaks? No, it's $42. So it cost them, whoever they were, $42 for 8 hours of kayaking. That's only one kayak, so if it was a family of 4, that'd be a lot of money, right? Well, we could figure that out real quick. Family of 4 all using the kayak. Hopefully they would get a discount. But if we wanted to do that, we could do what? $42 times 4 people, right? 0, 0, 8, 16. 1, 2, 1, 2. Woo! $168 for a family of 4 to go kayaking for a day. Not even a whole day, just 8 hours. That's crazy. But that's what it costs, I guess. All right. I'm going to have the sub go ahead and press pause. I'm going to solve this while you solve it, and then she is going to click play. Okay, and you're going to check and make sure you did the same things or around the same things as I do to get the answer. Okay, so go ahead and click pause. All right, hopefully you solved it and you have a game plan. I'm going to go ahead and solve it now and see how you do. All right, if there is a question at any point, just raise your hand. Let me finish what I'm doing real quick and then raise your hand and we can go back and rewind or do whatever or get one-on-one help if needed. All right, so Jackie buys a pair of jeans. I'll just keep reading. Jackie buys a pair of jeans for $24.99. Her friend Addison spends $2.50 more for the same pair of jeans. She got a ripoff. Cameron paid the same price as Addison for the jeans but bought 2 pairs. How much did Cameron spend? Well, first thing I'm thinking of is that Jackie got a real good deal because Addison and Cameron spent more for the same pair of jeans, so that's kind of silly. Jackie must have got them on sale. Anyway, back to what we're doing. The information I know is Jackie bought a pair of jeans, one pair for $24.99. Addison spends $2.50 more for the same pair. So she also only bought one pair, but she paid $2.50 more. And then Cameron paid the same price as Addison, but bought 2 pairs of jeans. Okay, so I'm gonna do the 3 columns again because that works well for my brain. So I have Jackie, Addison, and Cameron. Okay, Jackie spent $24.99. Addison spent $2.50 more than Jackie. So she took Jackie's price, right? $24.99, but paid $250. Oh my gosh, that'd be an expensive pair of jeans. $2.50 more than Jackie did. So we're going to do whatever Jackie paid plus the $2.50, lining up our decimals, right? Okay. Not going to solve yet. I almost did. I'm getting ahead of myself. See? It's hard. It's hard to slow down. All right. Cameron paid the same price as Addison, so whatever Addison does, Cameron's going to use. But he bought 2 pairs of jeans. So there are 2 ways we can solve this, and hopefully you're thinking the same thing. We could either multiply Addison's price by 2, because Cameron did that twice, right? Or we could just take whatever this is and add it by itself, right? So I'm going to do 2 columns for Cameron. And this is going to be my multiplication one, so I can show that for whoever did that. And this will be my adding one. You don't have to have both. I'm just going to show both because I don't know which way you're doing it. I can't predict the future. All right, so I'm sure we have some people doing multiplication, some people doing addition. So we're going to figure out that. So this one's either going to be a number up here times 2. And this one's going to be this number repeated twice and being added, right? So we have a game plan. The question is asking how much did Cameron spend? So how much did Cameron spend? So we're focusing on one of these. They're both going to, hope if we do it right, they will both have the same answer. So we're figuring out what Cameron spent. Okay? So Jackie spent, now we can solve, right? What's our, well, let's go back. Step 3 was, what's our label? Our label for all these has been money. It's been nice and consistent for us, so we're still figuring out how much money is spent. All right. For Jackie, we don't have to do anything. She's good to go. Addison was Jackie's price plus the $2.50, so 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 9 is 14. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and 2 plus nothing is 2. So Addison paid $27.49. Okay, hopefully you got that. Because if you mess up on this part, there's no chance that you're going to get this right. So you want to make sure that you're taking your time here. Well, all of it, but for sure here, because if you get one thing wrong here, it's going to mess everything up. All right, so I'm going to show the multiplication first. Remember, we're taking Addison's price and writing it up here. Okay, that's a 7. Got to write neatly. All right, 9 times 2 is 18. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 7 times 2 is 14. Don't want to forget that 1. And 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And I can't forget my decimal because it wasn't $5,000. It was $54.98. Okay, so if you didn't solve it this way, hopefully you use the repeated addition here. And so all we would do is write the 27.49 twice, right? Because he bought 2 pairs of jeans. 1 pair, 2 pair. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Bring down my decimal snowman right there. Okay, there's our snowman. And then 7 plus 7 is 14. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So again, we got the same answer. Cameron spent a whopping $54.98. Okay? Hopefully it wasn't too difficult and confusing for you, and hopefully you followed along. If you're still struggling, partner up with someone when it's time to do homework, and sometimes it just helps talking through it. Okay? Get as far as you can, at least with setting up the problems like we did here. If you can't get to the final answer, I'd rather see at least some thought process going on. If you come to me on Wednesday morning and say, Miss Locke, I didn't understand it, and your page is completely blank, I'm going to know you didn't try. Okay? I need to see some kind of thinking if I'm going to take the time to help you out. Because I don't want to just have lazy people coming to me and saying, oh, I didn't get it, when really they didn't even try anything. All right? Hopefully you're doing okay with this. I know it took us a while. That was a 30-minute video. Okay? It took a while. And that was only 4 problems. But you're going to do fine. Let me grab the homework real quick, and I'll go over that real fast. Okay, the homework is also only 4 problems. Okay, and you got bigger boxes to write things out. Oh, Isaiah, we got donuts. You're going to like that problem. Okay, one thing to point out, he's buying 2 dozen donuts. Remember, a dozen is 12. How much is a dozen? 12. So if he buys 2 dozen, how many donuts? Hopefully you're saying 24. Okay, this one's talking about magazines. Backside, we have Riley. Hey, from Inside Out. She's buying shoes. Chris, you'll like that one. And then we have Charlie going to the grocery store and spending a bunch of money. Okay, so only 4 problems. Hopefully you're going to be fine on that. Ask a partner for help, ask a sub for help, and if they get as far as you can on each problem. If you can't solve it all the way, that's fine. But I at least want to see some thinking. I want to see it. I want to see some effort in trying to solve it on your own. Okay? Have a good rest of the day. I hope you're being respectful. I expect you to be respectful and kind. Okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.